guys, T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers review, and today we're taking a look at the Generations Whirl, because sometimes we need to remember that Hasbro still makes pretty decent figures at times, unlike that abomination of the Minicon Combiner team that we looked at last week. And this is Whirl. He's a pretty cool Apache helicopter. You know, the blue and yellow is not really something you probably see in the military, but whatever, G1 Whirl was blue, so that's awesome. And from the bottom, really can't tell too much that he's a robot. You see some things where things slide around and move, but nothing super visible. Now, the one flaw I think about this guy is he's got too many weapons, and I know you might be saying, how can he possibly have too many weapons? Well, he's got all these, 3mm clip rails and 5mm ports, so you can just kind of take your weapons and clip them on however you want on this guy, but a lot of them don't make sense. Like, all the clip systems here, I mean, well, this one's probably the best piece because it does offer the side clip system, but then it kind of sticks out really far, so your best thing to do is to just plug it in with this piece here, like on the side or something, and then you got this piece, and there's really, I guess you could put it back there and do something like that, and then you've got this, and I don't even know what this is supposed to be, and God knows where we can clip this thing on. I guess we can put it on the side here. We might as well put this Gatling gun on the bottom because, well, I prefer to put it with this peg forward so it doesn't sit so far out, because the Apache attack copter has a set of cameras in the front, so when your pilot is looking around, this little front camera piece moves and the gun moves with it, so the pilot's always looking at what he's aiming at, which is pretty awesome for the Apache. But it just makes him look weird. I really don't like him with all these things, and this continues into robot mode. So my preferred thing to do is to just take these accessories here, throw them in a bin somewhere, and let's just go with the Gatling gun, because it doesn't get much better looking than that. And we'll take that out. Once that's in, I guess we can bring it back. Something that's notable here is he won't sit on this little skids anymore, so the gun holds them up. So we'll take that off so he can sit properly, and yeah, this is by far the best looking way to have him. His cockpit does actually open if you're capable of it, like that. Not much room there. Maybe if there was something like a small articulated Diaclone driver, maybe you could do something with it, but I really don't think you're getting anything in there. But cool nonetheless, and I can imagine that there's going to be repro labels to put on that computer there, so that's okay. And yeah, I mean, that's the helicopter. Not much more to say. Blades spin really nice freewheeling. Even the little back rotor works nice, so really can't complain there. So let's get this guy transformed up. And he's got one of these stupid, third halfway between robot and vehicle mode things going on. We're going to start by taking his arms out here, because they do have a little tab that plugs into this socket down here, which can be a little bit annoying to deal with. So you take this, and you take this, and you slide it forward like this, and then you can extend out his feet here, like so. Extend the little ski thingy, flip this so it's right, and he does have two joints there. It's just really hard to get the second one. So let's do that again. And this, I think, is a slight flaw, and I'm not sure if it can actually be corrected or not without pounding out some pins, but I'll get to that in just a second. I guess maybe it's not a flaw, but you've got the hollow bits of the legs pointing outwards as opposed to inwards, but I guess it's because once it's in helicopter mode, you want it to be looking good, I guess. So you can do something like this, and then we take these arms and you kind of fold them out something like this. And this is the third / like attack mode that the instructions define. But really, it's just a stupid looking helicopter when you do it like that. So let's pretend that this never happened, and let's just keep going on. So we take this and we slide this piece down because we want this at the front. And we'll put it like this because this is going to be the front of the bot here. So let's go and work our way up to the top. And there is a piece here that most people don't transform correctly. But we'll leave this like this just for now. And we'll take the blades and we'll just kind of collapse them together like so. The next thing to do is to split apart the tops here, which can be a little bit tricky if you don't have any nails to help you get in there. But once we got that split, like so, we're going to take this whole thing and fold it on down. We got the tail. It's going to collapse in. And leave this piece open and bring it all the way down to reveal Whirl's head. We'll flip that around to the front here. And what you want to do is take this tail piece here, and you can see you have a tab here and a slot there. You want to rotate this sucker all the way on in like so, and plug that tab on in. And if you have it positioned completely correct, you should be able to get the tail to sit between these two back pieces, and the little wings of the tail, the stabilizer fins, will plug into the slots down here. And so once we have it like that, you can just bring this whole assembly on down, and most people would say you are done at this point. And just to make sure your ski feet thingy has like actually locked into that little piece so he stands better. And I see a lot of people who say that this is the final bot and you kind of got this thing going on. That is not true. There is one more step. Take these and compress these on in. Now you do want to make sure that you have the arm joints here correctly positioned, because you will limit your posability. You can see that the blue piece is on top, and that allows me to get that full range. If we make a mistake and put this at the bottom here, you can still put it in, but you have no upward motion on the arm. So make sure that the little extra piece here is at the bottom. Plug it on in, and then there you go. Full arm motion. And so we'll just take this guy and stand him back up here. And he's kind of got this, the whole chicken feet thing that some people like, some people dislike. I'm indifferent to it. I guess it's okay on Whirl. But there we go. Something like this. And you can kind of see the side silhouette here. It's okay. I do like Whirl. I don't know. Never been a huge fan of feet like this. But yeah, there you go. So let's put this up here, and he's got good light piping. Let's see if we can make it shine. There we go. And he's got this weird thing that if you take his antenna here and you rotate it forward, I'm not sure why, but if you rotate it forward, you can actually turn off his light piping. And I don't really understand why. All you're doing is moving this little piece out of the way of the light piping socket. But yeah, you can turn it off if you want to. Posability on this guy, head is on a ball joint, so you get plenty of movement out of it. It would be nice to get a little bit of a down, but not much you can do. You can kind of pop the head forward, I guess, if you want, but that kind of looks a little bit weird. I guess in the right angles it's okay though. Like I said, shoulders are fantastic, 360 in and out. Just a double jointed elbow here with a swivel, so plenty of motion there. The hands are just, of course, the two little claws. Legs here, you've got the universal joint here, a little bit limited to the back just because of the backpack type stuff here, but not too horrible. Knees, you got a wide range of motion out of the lower piece, and about that is as far as you can go with the upper piece. So you can kind of, I don't know, if you want it worse, then I guess you can put it that way. You can also straighten these, and if you straighten them completely straight, it does give him a bit of extra height, but he does really have trouble standing like this. However, if you really want to, and you want the ski feet type thing going on, you could turn these the other way. Mind you, he's a little bit bowed out, but I really suspect that we'll end up seeing some kind of kit for this guy that probably attached somehow down here to give him a more appropriate ski feet, like so. But this certainly is an option and gives you the more traditional knee, and let's keep that down because he looks pretty horrible if you accidentally leave that up. So let's go ahead and talk about his weapons here again. The traditional Whirl just takes his Gatling gun and slings it under his one arm here, and frankly, that's enough for me. I really don't think that he needs all this other stuff, and especially when he's in this mode, there's even fewer places to put it in. So all your 5mm stuff here is now all covered, so you're just left with whatever's on his leg. So I suppose you can put this missile thing like that down here, and whatever this thingy is can go over here. And it would have been nice if there was some kind of like shoulder mounted thing for the missile pod or something like that, but there's not, so I guess we'll just, you know, put these under the arm. And yeah, I mean, he's loaded out, he's ready for combat, but it just feels like way too much and unnecessary, to be completely honest. These two I'm okay with. It's these two that I really don't like, and just attaching them to the legs like that, this doesn't look so bad, but this looks really awkward. So yeah, overall I say Whirl is a really good figure. If you can get him for, you know, his retail price, I say go for it if you are a fan of Whirl, especially in the IDW comics. He's been a pretty cool character. I like him. Very, very, very faithful to the original G1 toy, which I also like. I don't own a G1 Whirl, so this will have to do for now. But yeah, really, I can't say enough good things about this guy, and I'm glad that the biggest complaint I have is what to do with these extra weapons that can just be left in a bag because they don't suit my tastes. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.